welcome to another episode of Las Chicas del Barrio, featuring Diana and Alyssa Rose. So, guys, if you are a little confused as to why I introduced us as that, today's episode, we're going to be talking about our fake ID stories.
Period. Sorry, Mom, if you're listening.
Yeah. We love you, but it was a stage that we went through, and now we're on top because now we're legal and shit. But
now we're grandmas pretty much. Don't take me to no club anymore, man.
Oh my god, for real, I'm over it. 2020 canceled for me, so whatever.
Yeah.
2021 though, we there. We there mentally right now.
Yeah.
But so basically, do you want to start off how you got Diana as your name?
Yes. Okay, so basically, one of my best friends, Veronica, shout out to you, Vero. She's a year older than me. So her and I were always in the library, like studying. And she was like, dude, we need to go out. We need to go dance or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'm not 21, because she told me about this one place. I forgot what it was. But she told me about this one place, and I was like, dude, I'm not 21. She was like, here, use my fake ID. And I look at the ID, and I was like, it was one of my old sorority sisters. And I was like, bro, I know her. But it was perfect because she was like, I think on the ID it said 5'2", but I'm 5 feet, so it worked out. And then she has a mole, like how I have a mole right here. That's how I got my fake ID. But I never used it with Veronica. I only started using it with Brittany.
I'm the bad influence of a person. I'm always the one. I'm the one that comes up with these ideas, and I'm just like, nobody stops me, so they just continue to go on.
No.
Okay? So basically, I became Alyssa Rose back in, what year was that? Was that like 2017, right? What's it?
2017, 2017, because I had left. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 2017.
So, 2017, I became Alyssa Rose. Shout out to my dog, Alyssa. Okay, she was actually my manager at the time from Robert Wayne Footwear, who became my friend. And so my story is, so basically, I'm always like the youngest one because my birthday, I'm a 1996 baby. Everyone else is like 1994, 1995. Like all my friends are older than me. You feel me?
Same.
And so when my coworkers, we would all like go out because mind you, they're older, so they could like go to places. So the only places I could go to were like Arabica at the time, which was like a hookah bar and shit, which was lit. Okay, back in those days.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It was lit. Yeah. It was okay, and so and so basically, like they like, oh, like let's go to the club, and I'm like, no, like I can't get in. You feel me? So then, Alyssa had like an extra ID, and she like gave it to me, right? And so basically, that's when Alyssa Rose came to life because crazy part is both we were like the same height. We both had blonde hair at the time.
Yeah, dude, you guys look high key the same. Like I was like, damn.
Our customers would literally be like, oh yeah, like I spoke to you. I'm like, no, you didn't. Like that wasn't me. That was probably Alyssa, but it wasn't me. And so I was Alyssa for a good 2 years, I think. No cap.
Yeah, you and I both were,
Yeah, for like a good 2 years, I think. And so when I met Matt, I was like, oh, okay. So basically, I'm a bad influence. I'm so sorry to all the parents listening. I promise you I'm a good person right now. I'm saved, okay?
No, she's like, a good person. You're a good person. We were just playing for a good time, okay?
We're literally
but then you also have to understand, I feel like you have to understand how Miami is, Because I feel like if it was any other place, like if I was here in LA, forget that, I'm cool.
Yeah.
But Miami, the way it was,
there's
I
no
understand.
Kickbacks here.
Like, no, that's not a thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's like what club we going to this weekend? You know
what
I'm saying?
Like we're gonna go bar hopping. Yeah,
exactly. So basically, fast forward, me and Nat meet or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, girl, like how old are you? And we're the same age, and so I was like, oh yeah, I was like, oh, but I have a fake, and you're and she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, like you want to see it? I'm like, it's like show and tell at the house. Yeah. So I'm like, oh look. And she was like, oh my God. And she was like, actually, like I have one too, but I've never used it. I said, well, you have one and you've never used it before? Girl. And these are where the chronicles of Diana and Alyssa Rose came to life. We would literally, so all our friends are obviously our age, most of them. So we would be the ones, we would go to like restaurants and, I'll be saucing up the waiter.
Yeah, you gotta finesse.
You gotta act the part,
love your
honey.
tattoos.
Yeah. bro, you had to act the freaking part. And bro, I was acting
Yeah.
the part. Like there was, look, I would literally show my ID with confidence, everything, because I already
Mm-hmm.
knew what was on the menu. You feel me? Like I
Yeah.
already know what drink I
Mm-hmm.
like. So it wasn't like, oh, how does this taste? Oh, like does this taste? No, no, no. Blue Long Island. Let me get it. Let's go.
Mm.
Yeah. You know, like
Yeah,
let
I
me get it.
remember
Let's
Ale
go.
House. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the craziest time for me, I guess, the craziest story that I have is that patio night.
Oh
The
God.
infamous patio night.
Patio.
So, you want to explain what patio is?
Yeah, so basically, guys, patio. Okay, so in Miami, specifically Wynwood, it's the art district, but they have a lot of bars, kind of clubs, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
it gets lit. Like at night, it gets super lit. So
Yeah.
patio was always known as like one of the litter. Is that a
Like
word? Litter?
Hispanic clubs. Yeah.
Yeah, it was lit. Basically, it was
Back in
super
the
lit.
day.
They
This
played.
was
Yeah,
before
back in the
Centro
day.
too. Yeah, this was
Yeah,
before
oh my
Centro
god, shout out
existed.
Central. Oh my god. This is when back when like shots was popping. So like when
Oh my
shots kind of
god,
like
yeah.
started getting like we would head out to patio. So one
Mm-hmm.
day one of our good friends was like, "Oh, come through. I could get you girls in for free." And mind you, I had work the next day, but I would leave our house at like 6 to get to work. So I was like, "All right, guys, we're going to get there at 6. We're leaving at midnight cuz home got to sleep."
Yeah.
The plan did not go according to plan
It was at 360,
whatsoever.
okay?
We get in, and honestly, we're just having a great time. Like, I feel like the night went by like this. Like, we get in, and then all of a sudden, it just went. So,
360.
yeah, do you want to tell your story? Because I feel like I
Okay.
don't even remember your story because my story is what happened after you weren't there.
Yeah. So basically, whatever. So we end up getting in, right? Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Obviously, we're taking shots of this, shots of that. There's a video of me
Girl,
drinking Black Label from the bottle. Okay, I didn't even like. I was so turned. Okay, and mind
yeah.
you, when I'm turned, I'm friendly AF. So I'm like talking to everybody, you know, I'm the social, all my friends know I'm the social butterfly. I talk to
Yeah.
everybody. I
Mhm.
love everybody. It's all good vibes, peace, love, and happiness, all of the above,
Yeah.
right? So
Hmm.
whatever. So then this party next to us or whatever, it's like a whole bunch of guys. And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
who knows how to roll? Who knows how to roll? So then I was like, oh, like yeah, I do,
I
you
know.
know? Yeah, like,
Duh.
okay. Yeah. Like in my head though, what was crossing was like first I was like, y'all really don't know how to do that. They're like, oh no, no,
Yeah.
no, blah blah blah. So in my head I'm like, okay,
Mm.
y'all dumb, but whatever. So then, you know, my friendly stuff, mind you, I wasn't even partaking in none of these activities, okay?
Yeah.
So this is just me being nice. So I'm like in the process of almost done, right? And all
Yeah.
I feel is a security grab me, like, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. Mind you guys, I am underage AF. Like I was so in my mind you, so one, I'm turned. Two,
Yeah.
I have this thing in my hand that's not even mine that I'm doing somebody a
Yeah.
favor for. And
Yeah.
after that
Uh-huh.
night, I learned never to do favors like that again.
Yeah.
Actually, it was definitely a learning lesson, 100%. Because I was like, wow, I'm such an idiot. I'm over here trying to be nice, and look what happens. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody. No, so never again did I ever do that. And then
Hmm.
third of all, I was just telling him, I was like, please don't take me to the police. Because okay, so in patio, there's always like police in the front of patio.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
they just
Mhm.
always chilling there just in case anything pops
Yeah.
off. So I was like, please, da, 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 like, I don't want to go to jail. And then he was like, no, no, no. He goes, no, don't worry. Like, you just can't be here because like my manager saw you and then they think that all these things. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. What they're like, no, it's okay. You just can't stay here. And I was like, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Like, I don't mind going home. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I hit up a friend of mine at the time
Right.
and and I was like, yo, like, because I remember like he worked in Winwood, so I was like, yo, like, I just got kicked out. Like, I really need a ride home because, like,
Yeah.
one, my phone was about to die, so it was not like I was too scared to take. Like, I don't even think Lyft was even popping like that or Uber, to be honest.
Mm.
Was it?
I think so. Well, it just I don't think we use it as much,
Okay, yeah, I don't even think I
right?
had the app. I'm
Yeah.
so stupid. I should have done that, but whatever. I didn't because you know, obviously, I'm turned, so I'm like,
Yeah.
you know.
Not thinking
So then
straight.
whatever. Let me tell you, when I say I walked miles to get to this guy's job, I walked miles because he was still on shift. He was like, "Oh, I'll just pick you up," and I was like, "No, like I don't want to wait here by myself." Like, because
Mhm.
like at that point, it was like it was getting late. Like it was like it wasn't as late as you guys had stayed, but it was like
Oh,
the
girl, shit,
streets
I
were
wish I
like
lived
getting
with you.
empty.
Mind you, I didn't even know. Like I was not there. Like I was at
Yeah.
the bar, remember in the back? How they had a bar in the back?
Oh
That's where I went.
yes.
So I wasn't with Brittany. So at this point, I don't know. I'm thinking she's at the VIP area still. Because I had left the group to go get more drank.
Crazy. Drink.
Drink.
And so then so point is homegirl over here walked her 7 miles. I walked through a fence because my GPS took me to this dark ass alley. I like literally ran through the dark ass alley, ran through a hole in the fence, over some train tracks. When I
Yeah.
finally get to the top of the train tracks, I fell in the fucking dirt. Mind you, I had cute white pants on. I was so upset. I like it literally made me so mad. So thankfully there was a fence there was a hole in the fence through and through. So I guess a lot of
Yeah.
people don't like to walk around. Okay. So
Yeah.
then I got to the other side, and then I waited for my friend or whatever, and I was like, bro, like, how bad are my pants? And then he like he looked and he was like, they're not that bad. And I was like, you're lying to me.
Typical guys.
Yeah. No, they were so bad. Like, and
Yeah.
I was like, I literally vouched never one to go to patio underage, two, yeah, to never to go patio underage and be friendly. I vowed that.
Yeah.
And so that was my first escándalo. And I think my first and last. I don't think I've ever gotten to no shit like that again.
So that's Britt's story. So Britt leaves. And then all of a sudden, so
shit
much.
hit the fan.
Like, yeah.
Very, very quickly.
So there was like an altercation that went on with involving one of our other friends. So I was there making sure she was good. But I mean, as she should be, she was hysterical. So one of our friends that got us in, I see him across the street talking to another guy, like telling him off, like, you better respect her, da 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 da. And I was like, fuck, because like Brittany said earlier, there's cops outside. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, like I'm grateful because he was always the one to like look out for us. But I'm like, I'm not trying to let him catch a case right now, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get us
It's
home.
like
Our friend is like, you know what, guys, like get in my car because we parked or we didn't even park. You and I got there together. We got there from our other friend. So we found one of our coworkers. One of my coworkers was there. She was like, "Oh, I could take you guys home." Blah blah. I'm like, "Okay, cool." So he was giving us a ride to her car because where her car was, that's at night. Usually, where like most of the homeless people like go on that street.
yeah.
So he's like, "Okay, like just come with me to the gas station and then we'll go." Cool. We do that. We get to the car. Homegirl loses her keys. So I'm just like, damn. Okay. So
It was
she
just an
calls all.
L of a night.
Yeah, major L.
L,
Okay.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so she calls a locksmith, but the locksmith was gonna be like $300-400, and she didn't have that money. So I was like, girl, it's okay. I'll Venmo you. Just pay me back. It's all cool.
Yeah.
But the locksmith took forever, guys. Like when
For
I say we didn't
real.
get home till like 4 or 5 a.m., we did not get home. I probably took like a 30-minute nap, showered, and dipped out to work.
Yeah.
And then like two cops come by. They were kind of cute. Officer Gomez, wherever you are in this world, God bless your soul. Okay. It was Officer Gomez and Officer no sé qué. So, but they stayed with us the whole time. And they're like, oh, like, why are you guys here? You know, da 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 da. And I think they thought that like our friend, the one guy friend we had with us, was like trying to do something. I'm like, nah, he's cool, bro. Like, nah, like this is like our big brother.
Yeah.
But they didn't leave until we were good because they're like, oh, like, why don't you guys like go home? And we were like, her car, we lost her keys, and we went back to the bar. Nothing. They did not find anything. They let us go and check the area. We couldn't find it. So God knows where her keys went. But yeah, so that night was just like no. And I ended up
Shit
actually going
show.
back like a week after my birthday, but it was not in that sense. I think it was like on a random like Tuesday, like
Yeah.
evening. Yeah, but
It wasn't like nothing major like that. I think
no,
that
it
was like a
wasn't even
Sunday
packed.
night, girl.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I think it was Sunday. Sunday was, yeah,
Yes,
because it was
because
like,
patio
yes.
Sundays. Stop.
Sundays.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive that was.
Girl, I
No.
know.
Honestly, I
I
feel like the
know.
last time I ever used my fake, I had to use it on my birthday, my 21st birthday.
Oh,
Because
yeah. I
I did
remember.
patio for my 21st birthday. And then oh, I did it again, but this time, I was good, guys. I wasn't,
Yeah.
I was a child of the Lord by then. And so then whatever I had to use it to get in because if not, they weren't gonna let me in. And then I turned 12 at Wood because we left because we dipped. And then we went to Wood and it was 12 and it was like happy birthday. And I was like,
Oh, I love Wood. Wood was honestly super chill.
it's such a vibe.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I
Wood is
loved
like my
it.
favorite spot. Now
Me too.
it's like just so chill. Like it's like a cool vibe. And people, you get in the middle of the dance floor. It's like the little circle. Like
Yeah.
it's lit. I like that and I like Centro. Centro's good too. I didn't have
Central
to
was
use
popping.
yeah, I didn't have to use we didn't that didn't even exist, I think, when we had our fake.
No, it was something else. I think it was actually a restaurant. And then I was already gone. I was already back here in Cali when once it turned into Centro.
Yeah.
Um, and then when I went to Miami in 2019, um, it
Mm.
was small. And then the last time I went to Miami in November, it extended. They made it bigger. Yeah,
Yes. I
because I was like,
remember.
whoa, this is so much bigger.
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember. Oh my
But
god, do you remember?
honestly, wait, what?
Do you remember that guy we met? The guy from his name was like Salvador or something in like another country or something like that.
The photographer dude. Yeah,
Yes,
I
I
still have him on
love
Instagram. Yeah.
that. Me too.
Yeah.
He was so lit. Yo, he was
Yeah, he was
so
super cool. I
lit.
want to say he's from damn. Oh, what did he say? He was
Isn't it Hungarian? No,
n- it's either Hungarian or
it's somewhere in Europe.
yeah, it was something very different. And he was so nice. He was like, "You guys want me to take a picture?" I'm like, "Oh my god, do you mind?" He's like, "I take photography." Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, cool."
Yeah, yo,
But
I
honestly,
love that.
yeah, I feel like for me and you, we had our fake IDs, but it was never to go and get plastered. Because if you really think about it, a majority of our
Yeah,
stories weren't us getting plastered.
I
Like
know it
we
really
always had to take
wasn't.
care of friends or like a situation occurred where we had to dip, so we couldn't really enjoy
Hmm.
ourselves. But
Yeah,
or other than that, like we were just always dancing, like
I agree. And honestly, I feel like if anything, our lit spots were like batting cage. No lie.
y'all. R.I.P. because it did
Bro,
not make it through
I
coronavirus.
don't think it
Okay.
did either. I think it's still there, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. I honestly don't even
Yeah.
think Centro is gonna make it either. To be honest. Yeah,
R.I.P.
I
Man,
know,
those are some great ass
bro.
spots
Let me tell you, batting
because.
cage back in the day, bro,
And that was
bro.
like one thing you and I got hyped about, but because I was going to batting cages before I met Brittany. I would go with
Yeah.
my sorority sisters, and they were like, "Oh, you go to batting cages?" I'm like, "Girl, you got through Savas. I'm already there." So we would go, and it was lit. The DJ was always so cool. Like it was really really cool.
Yes, he
And then we
played
would go across the
everything.
street to the little Colombian food truck.
That doesn't exist either anymore.
I
I
know,
know they
so
took it
sad.
out. I was like, wow, how, I know that is, bro. Yo, I don't care what anybody says. Oh my god, that place is so ratchet. Y'all don't know music, bitch. Okay,
A lot of people think Miami, they think South Beach, but I think South Beach is so raunchy.
I've never. Okay, so I tell people that I don't go to like I legit don't go out to South Beach. Like
Yeah, like
it's
I
so like
no.
it's too expensive. It's too overly priced for what it is. Like people are
And
like,
I
oh
think
yeah,
it's
makeup.
too hyped.
Yes, for
Like
nothing.
what is it, the one on the corner, the Clevender? Is that what it is?
Yes, so expensive, bitch.
And to me it was whack. I went once
Yeah.
and I was like, this is not even cool.
Mhm.
Um and then honestly to do in South Beach, it's not even like clubs. They're mainly restaurants, but they're
Yeah.
overpriced because they want the tourists to pay for these drinks.
Yeah.
So I really like Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale is a cool place to go bar
I like
hop.
it too.
They have
Yes.
really good bars out there.
They do. They
Um,
got clubs
and you know
too. They
what's
got
cool?
Sway lit.
Actually, I don't think I've been to like a club in
Oh,
Miami
in Miami? Oh, you've
or
never been
like
to
in
like
general.
Story
Mm-mm, never. The only
or
thing
like
I
11?
don't even count it. No, never been to 11. Like it was hard back in the day, but that
Oh, no,
shit
I've
was
never been there.
whack.
Okay, I've never been there.
Don't even go. I wasn't even of
Damn.
age, and no, it was 18 and over,
Oh,
so I would go
actually,
there. But it was just like no.
they shut it down, bitch. It don't exist
Thank
anymore.
God.
Yeah.
Shout out. God knew what he was doing with that one. But yeah, I never been to a club
Fantastic.
like the ¿cómo se llaman? The Fountain Blue.
Live?
Yeah, I never been there.
Well, I haven't been to
Uh,
Live on Sunday, and I heard that shit get rich. Honey, oh my god, I
yeah,
need
I
to
just never
go.
went. Yeah, I never went. Like when I was in school, I was so good. I was like, no, I have to go to the I'm in the library studying. And then once I stopped going to school and I was working all the time, but we were always at the bars. Like
Yeah,
we never
because it
really did
wasn't like
anything like
a
that.
honestly, I feel like I started going to clubs after you left.
Yeah.
Once I turned
I feel that
21,
high key.
that's when I was like, okay, I'll go to a club because I wasn't gonna risk my ID to go to a club because I knew that they at least like if I were to get caught in win. Okay, so this was my mindset, right? So if I were to get caught in win, they'll give me back my ID. But if I get caught
Yeah.
at a club, they're not gonna give it back to me. They're gonna be like, no,
Yeah.
bitch. And then I'm screwed out of an ID. What was your first like ever? How old were you for your first like club experience?
Okay, so girl, so
Okay,
basically
here we
it
go.
wasn't with you. It was with
Uh-huh.
damn, how old was I? I want to say I was probably 19. So I went to Miami Bash and I had went with Maria,
Okay.
Sam and
What's up,
Hernan.
Maria?
Yeah, shout out big. So Maria and Sam, they got me and Hernan into Miami Bash because they were part of like the media crew or whatever. So
Hmm.
they got an extra ticket. And then afterwards, um, they were like, oh, like let's go to Wood or like let's go to Shots. That's where they wanted to go to Shots.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I don't got an ID, like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get in. So thank God Maria's ID, she had long black hair. And they were like, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work. So we get to Wynwood. We park right in front of Shots at the little like parking lot thing that they got in front.
Uh-huh.
So we parked there. And Sam, Hernan, and Maria went, and I waited outside, and Sam came to get me with Maria's ID, and then we went back, and that's how I got in. So Shots was my first like real experience.
Oh my
Um,
god.
yeah, but I never did anything for like a cool like what 2 years, 3 years until I met you, and then you're like, "Girl, let's go," and I'm like, "All right, we out."
Yeah. Okay, so my first experience at a club, you're gonna die, was with Stephanie.
Really?
Shout out to Steph for the future, bitch. Let me tell you, ho. This bitch snuck my 17-year-old head ass, okay, into club fucking 7 back in the day when that shit was right off of fucking Miramar Parkway, bitch. It was literally like this big. Okay, and mind you, like she would hit me up and she was like, "Yo, like let's go." Whatever. I was like, "Bro, like how the hell am I gonna get in, bitch? Like I
Yeah.
am 17 years old, honey. Like what are you talking about? Like this
Yeah.
is not gonna work." And so she was like, "No, no, 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 just bring your ID, whatever, whatever." I was like, "All right, cool."
Mhm.
She's like, "Make sure you dress up in your cutest outfit." I said, "Okay, bitch." I wore like my all black. I had like my
Say
little
less.
skirt, my little bitch was thick. And then I had like this back in the day, you would wear like these tank top shirt. Like it was like a tank top, but then you'd wear like another shirt on the outside. And this one had like a scoop. So, my boobs are looking real nice. You feel
Oh.
me? So,
Period.
honey, this was like literally the best first. Listen, guys, what you're about to hear right now is like the best first club experience story that has ever, like, I think occurred or that I've ever heard of. Okay. So, whatever. So, point is, Stephanie goes first, right? I'm like, fuck, I'm next. Man, I got my heels on,
Girl.
everything. Okay. My shoes are straight. Like, I fucking, my wings. I just learned how to do wings on my
Yeah.
eyelids. Okay. So, I
Uh-huh.
was looking grown. So,
Yeah.
then I had my hoop earrings in, chongalicious, you feel me? Back in the day. So then whatever, so my Stephanie's 2 homegirls are already inside, so Stephanie goes first, and then I was like, okay. So I give him my ID, right? And he's like, oh, menor de edad, and I was like, no, and he was like, oh, okay. Boom, me and Steph. Both 21 and up bracelets off rip. I said, baby Jesus, thank you. Let my ass in. Okay. That was literally, and at this point, guys, I wasn't even drinking, to be honest. Like, I did
Yeah.
not experience like real, like heavy drinking until I was like 19, 20. I think it was 19. Yeah, yeah, something like that. and so, and so whatever, me and Steph, we on our Dominican tip, you feel me? So we're like dancing, her homegirls
Love
are
it.
dancing. It's a whole vibe, whatever. Then her homegirls are like, oh, like they wanna leave. And so I was like, Stephanie trying to go? And she was like, no. And I was like, good, me either. So whatever, homegirls leave, right? So me and Steph are dancing. And then all of a sudden, like I think like 10 minutes passed or so, right? And then some big girl was like, which one? And then I was like, what? Like, and she was like a lot of commotion. So then I look, because obviously, if you hear somebody yelling, you're like, what the hell's going on? You feel me? I'm not
Yeah.
trying to get shot. Like, you feel
Good,
me? Like,
good
okay.
point. Mm-hmm.
So then, this guy like points, and so I like look to see like who's he pointing to, right? Girl, he's pointing to me. And I was like, me? He's like, yeah, come here. Mind you, he got his own VIP with his friends, all yes. So then I like go up to him, like, yo, like, what's good? He's like, oh,
What's
like,
good,
I can see.
baby?
Yeah, I
Que
know. Oh
lo
my God.
que?
Shut up. Shut up. And so then he was like, oh yeah, like I see you know how to dance. And I said, oh, something like that. Okay. And then come to find out, so he's surrounded by Dominicans, and he's the only Jamaican that hangs out with the Dominicans. So he's actually not Dominican. He's actually Jamaican. So I'm just like,
Okay.
okay. So then he's like, oh, so how old are you? And I was like, oh, 19. And he was like, oh, okay. My 17-year-old head ass. Okay, this is why people get in trouble, because people be lying.
Yeah.
But obviously, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't gonna do anything because I was an angel. Okay, I was, mind you,
Yeah.
my first time ever. Like, I was not in my head. I was like, my goal was not to get kidnapped, murdered, or taken advantage of that night. So I was aware. I was not on nothing. I was freaking sober Sally.
Yeah.
So whatever, come to find out, whatever, he's Jamaican. And I'm like, oh, really? You know, I love you, my Jamaicans. You know, those my people. And then El General comes on, and it's like,
Love him.
no me trates, no. No me
No me
trates de
trates de
engañar.
engañar.
Yes, girl. Okay. So then, whatever. We're like dancing one song, we're dancing two songs, then we're dancing three songs. He knew how to dance. Okay, guys, he knew exactly what he was doing. That man knew how to dance. I was like,
No,
wow,
a
this is
shout out to the men in Miami because that's one thing I very much appreciate about
yes,
them. Because over
me
here in
too.
LA, you don't find that.
I don't like that actually. That's one thing I
Me
don't
either.
like about LA actually, because
That's why I
I
don't
like
go
to
out
dance.
here.
Exact facts. True. So then whatever, the night ends, he asks for my number. I gave him a fake number because I was like, why am I gonna, no. So then whatever, comes to find out though, kid buddy was 26 years old. Now he's
Oh,
probably 30
damn.
something. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he was he was older. And so then but I drank and had hookah for free and everything, and it was so lit. It was a really like,
Damn.
it was a fun experience because I was like, oh my god, this is my first time at Club 7, and then I put everybody on Club 7 when it was popping. Okay, so I was just like, yo, Club 7, let's go, let's go. So I got all my coworkers to like go to Club 7, girl. And then after Club 7, remember Party Land?
Partyland was
Yes,
lit. Love that place.
bro. Remember, were you there when Stephanie got on the stage and was dancing punta?
No, I didn't know you then. I wasn't with I
Yeah.
wasn't in Priscilla's house yet.
Damn. B word, girl. It was so good. I have the video, honey. Okay, I'll never forget that. And then he's like, "Oh, so where are you from?" And she's like, "Honduras, Nicaragüense, or whatever." And then
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Okay." He goes, "Oh, póngame una punta, una punta." She's dancing with the MC punta on the stage, and I was like, "Phone, record, record." And so, yo, oh my god, we have such good memories, yo. But Party Land was definitely the shit. Like,
Partyland. Do you remember Piquete? I miss that place.
stop,
Piquete
yeah.
was, even though it was like
Like,
so
okay,
small.
listen. So this is Club 7. Piquete is this. Club 7.
Yeah.
Piquete. Like, literally, you can see everybody in the club, bitch. But my cousin still goes there, and she says that it's lit.
Oh, really?
Believe it or
Okay, we
not,
out one next time I'm in Miami,
yeah,
girl.
girl.
Stephanie actually sent me a snap the other day. I think it's been like 2, 3 years the other day. And remember when we were all
Yes.
going back home, but we were with Isaiah, Jazz, everybody was in the car? Yeah.
13 people in the box car, bitch. Bro,
Oh
tell me
my
how we
God,
fit
such
13
good
people in
times.
Stephanie's white box car. If you knew
Yeah,
Steph
mind
back
you,
when she
it's
had
like,
the box car,
yeah.
bro, it's a wrap.
It was
My
such good
God.
times, man. Such good energy, good vibes.
Bro, it
I
was
miss it.
crazy, yo, that night.
Yeah.
But it was lit though. We were all dancing. Oh, it was so
Yeah.
lit. Bro, we need a night like that. I miss like going to like a legit. Actually, I was gonna say I miss times going to a Spanish club, but I went to one when I went to New Orleans. That shit
Oh,
was lit too,
girl.
baby.
I was
Mm-hmm.
living through you guys'
Mhm.
Instagram
Yeah.
stories. I was like, tra, tra, tra.
Yo, when they played that, I was like, bruh, literally that video. I have this iconic video where I'm
Yes,
like
she
throwing
does.
it back to like, tra, 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 and then literally my butt moves in such a way that I'm just like, what?
That's me.
Like, that's all me, okay? And Nathi was my hype woman, bitch. So I was like,
Girl,
yes, baby.
always.
Of course. But
Man,
honestly,
such good
guys,
times.
yo, these are the memories I feel like I wish that this generation is able to make with the people that they love. You know, like
Yeah.
I take my sister and like my sister's 19. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
so by the way, shout out to little Kim 0913. Love that girl.
Love you, girl.
Period. And so I take like her generation and her friends are so buzzed. Like she got like a literally like two or three, like a handful of friends that'll go out to like throw it back and all of that. But like for the most part, we were so like ahead of our time,
But now that we're older
bro.
too, I'm kind of like, damn, bro. Like, I'm yawning. Like,
I
I gotta go to bed.
Same. Yo, I can't survive anymore. And mind you,
Yeah.
like let's say if I'll go out, I need like 2 days to recuperate from going
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Before, yo, I used to be the queen of listen, baby. Okay, so I will go out Friday because obviously, who's not going out on Friday? Be out till 6 o'clock in the morning because obviously, batting cages
Yeah.
don't close till 5 something, right?
Period.
Make it home by literally take like a 15-minute nap, then take a shower to get ready to go to work, to be to work by 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Honey, I did that for a cool little minute. And then I think after when I started working in an office job and you know your body starts getting older, now I can't do that. By
Yeah.
like literally by like 2 or 3, and that depends if it's a good night. But if it's like a bad
Yeah.
night by 11, I'm like, I'm ready.
Girl, exactly when I knock
I'm
out.
ready. Yep.
But
I
then that's
can't.
another thing too. I think now I'm more appreciative of just having my close friends over and we could
Yeah.
just drink and vibe. Or let's meet up in Atlanta and we
Y-
could go check out what's good out there.
yep.
I'm just kind of over this whole like, oh, like this club or like
Yeah.
it's just not
It's like
me
been
anymore.
there, done that. So
Period.
this is another episode of Las Chicas del Barrio, guys. Okay, we just want to say again, thanks for all the love that we've been
Yes, thank you
feeling.
guys. We love
Yeah.
you. If you got a fake ID, just please be safe. Don't make stupid
Oh,
decisions.
please.
Just
And
wait.
also, yeah, just wait because that's actually a federal crime. Let me put that disclaimer
Yeah.
out there for you guys. You can go to jail for that and like prison, okay? Because you're taking
Hmm.
somebody's identity. Please, please. We were, you know, now, okay?
I know.
I'm telling you, as a
I'm like,
person, yeah, as a person who's gone through it, do not get a fake ID. Just wait. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it all more. And trust me, my
yeah,
sister.
honestly, it's the same shit. The same
Yeah,
shit. It's just you could just drink now. So it's like
yeah,
that's the only thing.
yeah. So we love you guys. Again, take our consejos. You know, we only want the best for you guys. So we love you. Stay safe.
Yeah. Be
Bye.
safe. Bye.